there is a fundamental misunderstanding about what Roblox actually is. If you ask like a random person off the street what Roblox is, they'll probably tell you it's a harmless like blocky style video game designed for children to play like virtual games or like even build games. Like that's the thing. But you have been sold a carefully constructed multi-billion-dollar lie. Roblox is not a video game. It's a completely unregulated virtual banking system disguised as a digital playground. And right now, this carefully constructed facade is actively collapsing in the federal court system. Because as we speak, Roblox is facing a systemic multi-front legal takedown, including direct action from state governments and a massive federal class action lawsuit that is hitting the company like pretty hard with literal like RICO charges. The exact same federal statutes used by like the FBI to dismantle things like the mafia and organized crime syndicates. That's a crazy thing right there. Like Roblox is getting dragged into court for allegedly operating a massive illegal child gambling ring, exploiting underage developers, and also laundering the profits through like a rigged internal like economy. Like, I'm not exaggerating right now. Like, this is actually what's going on, and it's pretty crazy. And right now, the entire house of cards is, crashing down. So to understand why Roblox is currently staring down the barrel of the legal system, you do have to understand the true anatomy of, like, the Robux economy. So Robux is not just like, an in-game currency to use to like buy stuff like game passes. It's an entirely isolated flat currency completely controlled by the Roblox corporation. The trap triggers when you look at how this currency actually moves. Over the last few years, a massive shadow economy of third-party gambling websites, for example, I think the biggest one is Bloxflip. Like these have exploded in popularity. Like these sites allow users to link their Roblox accounts and then use their Robux to gamble on things like virtual like slots, coin flips, blackjack, things like that. Because this currency is technically like digital, these sites operated in like a gray area, completely bypassing federal like age verification and gambling laws, allowing literal minors to effectively gamble away real world value. But here is like the critical part and the exact reason Roblox is currently in court. Because Roblox doesn't just turn a blind eye to these casinos. The lawsuits allege that they are actually like functioning as the central like bank for them. Like every single time a transaction happens in a Roblox economy, the company takes a pretty brutal 30% platform tax. And the plaintiffs are arguing that Roblox knowingly allows these gambling rings to operate, collects their 30% cut of the illicit transactions, and then allows the owners of these casino sites to, wash their digital winnings back into like real taxable US dollars using the like the DevX exchange thing, like the whole developer stuff. Like they're not just hosting like, a game, like they're literally providing the financial infrastructure for an unregulated like digital casino targeting minors and taking a massive cut of the house edge. This brings us to the Colvin v. Roblox class action lawsuit, which is tearing through the courts and probably terrifying the shareholders at Roblox. So in a standard corporate lawsuit, a company gets sued for things like negligence or a breach of contract. But the lawyers coming after Roblox deployed the nuclear option. They filed under the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, universally known as RICO. So RICO was signed back in like the 1970s to be able to take down like criminal syndicates and leaders who do like organized crime. Like to be hit with a RICO charge, you have to be accused of operating an ongoing criminal enterprise. Like the fact that Roblox is being accused of this, like it's pretty unprecedented. And the lawsuit explicitly claims that Roblox, alongside these third-party gambling sites, formed an illegal enterprise to facilitate and profit from unlawful child gambling. Like Roblox attempted to get these charges thrown out immediately, arguing that they're protected by Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, which usually shields tech platforms from what third parties do on their sites. But in a massive landmark decision, a federal judge looked at the evidence, looked at the 30% tax Roblox was taking from the ecosystem, and denied the motion to dismiss. The judge ruled that Roblox is not like an innocent bystander hosting like a game service. They're the financial architect of the transactions. And that single ruling blew the doors wide open for aggressive legal discovery, meaning federal lawyers are currently digging into Roblox's internal emails, like the algorithmic data, and financial ledgers to prove exactly how much the executives knew about the casino ring that they were actually funding. So once the judge allowed the RICO case to proceed, the blood was in the water. And massive government entities realize the vulnerability of the platform. Like, it's no longer just like citizens suing, like, entire states are now suing Roblox and trying to dismantle the model. Just weeks ago, the county of Los Angeles filed a massive sweeping lawsuit against Roblox for unfair and deceptive business practices. And this comes like directly of the heels of the Attorney General of Texas, who aggressively sued the company and literally like labeled the platform as a digital playground that conceals like preds and attacks the exact same exploitative Roblox economy. These government lawsuits are focusing heavily on the psychological manipulation embedded in the platform's DNA. Like, they are laying out the receipts showing how the algorithm intentionally obscures the real world value of Roblox to confuse young users, and how the platform like suppresses warnings about like financial risks. Like, when the Attorney General of a state with a GDP of Texas decide that your business model is a predatory threat to citizens, that is like an existential threat to your corporate survival. Like, these states, like, they're seeking massive compounding daily civil penalties that could absolutely like cripple the cash flow of Roblox. The combination of private RICO litigation and also aggressive state level consumer protection lawsuits have effectively like surrounded like Roblox and the company, turning their multi-billion dollar like valuation into a massive, heavily contested liability. Sheer volume of legal attacks hitting Roblox has become like so completely overwhelming that in late 2025, the judicial panel on multi-district litigation had to step in and intervene. Like, there were so many independent lawsuits being filed across the country. I think over 100 like active cases dealing with things like, negligence, addiction, and financial exploitation, that the federal court system had to pretty much like consolidate them all into a massive group litigation just to be able to process the sheer weight of the legal like collapse. It's the exact same legal process used for pretty massive like pharmaceutical disasters and also like environmental disasters like spills and things like that. And it's currently happening to a video game company. Like, the entire like situation is a massive red flag for anyone who actively like interacts and uses like Roblox. So for example, developers who make like a living off like Robux and things like that. Or you might be someone like a trader or someone who just has thousands of dollars worth of Robux sitting in like an account. Like, you need to recognize sort of the extreme like volatility right now. Like, when a company is facing like these big charges and state injunctions aimed at specifically at the internal currency, like, you kind of have to lock in. Like, Robux could be like affected. So if I were you, I would honestly start trying to get that DevX stuff, like turn that into USD and maybe dip. Like, but that's just me. So yeah, that's all I have to say. If you have anything to comment, just comment below. And yeah, I'll see you next time.